What's up YouTube? So I finally got around to making the update to the Blender bloom tutorial. Now the other one I sort of didn't finish the bloom. This was the original image and this was the image we created. If you look, it's really not true bloom. True bloom is more like this, where it blows out the whites and also creates the halo. Also, I've improved the blurring effect just a slight bit so it looks better, although that can be customizable to whatever you want to do. So this is the finished node tree. It's not that much different from the original one, but it looks a heck of a lot better. So let's get started. First off, open up Blender, hit Control left arrow, and that'll bring you to the nodes screen. Hit Use Nodes like always, and set up the default thing, the default setup, where we take this, we add a viewer, and we add a reroute. Okay, well, we have to add a camera first, which normally you should have a default camera, and then just render this out, and that will render out absolutely nothing. But what that'll allow us to do is go to the desktop or wherever you have this image, go to, where is it, bloom tutorial, and open up the original image. Now set the dimensions to the image, so this is 1280 by 720, and then you might want to render that again just to get the output the same, but change it to viewer and we can get started. So as before, we're going to add a map value node. So go down to map value and drag that in. By the way, with this tutorial, I will also include this theme in the file, so you can get it if you want to. But I'm going to duplicate the viewer, drag it over, and use minimum, use maximum, click the viewer, and it made it black and white. So we are going to change the offset, something to about that extent. Again, it can always be adjusted later. Then we are going to hide this because we are going to have a few more nodes than we did last time. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Anyways, grab that out of the way, and then we will add our next node, which is a color correction node. So go ahead and add a color correction. Drop that in here. And go back to the viewer. Actually, first off, add the map value as a mask. This will make things a little easier. Now, go over to the gain and change the gain to 4. And that will brighten it up just a little bit. You can change this to 5. You can change it, well, actually 4 is the max. I take that back. And change the gamma to 0.52. That'll brighten it up even a little more. Or you can drop this down if you want to, but I think it gets pretty excessive pretty fast. So leave that at 0.52 for now. Oops, I didn't want to hit that button. Drag that over here. Now we are going to add both a blur and a mix. So the way this is going to work is, drag all this over again. This one is going to go straight into the top image of the blur, then the image is going to go into the blur, and then into the bottom image of the mix. So that'll allow us to change the blur amount. The blur should be set to around 10. But on this mix, we're going to set this to maybe 0.1. See if that works. No. Leave the values at 10, and then adjust the factor a little bit, and this will give you the amount of bloom you want. This factor value. If you want to, you can add a value and then plug that in. So 0.39. And that will work pretty well. And that is actually it for this tutorial. Sorry it was faster than it normally is, but that is because I really kind of last minute decision to make this. I totally forgot. But that is definitely the update to my past video. If you have any recommendations for future tutorials, please leave that in the comment section below or send me a message, and I will be sure to make tutorials as soon as I need to. So, as always, see you in 2 weeks.